Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Let's do our chanting before we start meditation. If you are following our chanting book, you can turn to page number 5. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tasse bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. The five precepts. Panati pata virmani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, adinādāna virmani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, kāmesu micchācara virmani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, musāvāda virmani sikkhapadang samadhiyami, Suramire majññe pamadadhana virmani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Let's read the affirmative vows based on the five precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the distraction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arayan samma sambuddho vidya charana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swakato bhagavata dhammo samvittiko akaliko ehipassiko opanayiko paccattam veditabbo vinyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samiji patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Atta purisa punggala Isa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Dakkiniyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyak kittang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Offering of light. Ganesarapta dittena dipena tamadang sina tiloka dipang sambuddhang pujayami tamunudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttena dupena sugandhina pujaye pujaniyang kang puja bhajana muttamang. Offering of flowers. Vannagandha gunopetang etang kusuma santating Pujayami Munindassa Siripada Saroruhi Pujemi Buddhang Kusumena Nene Punyena Mitena Labhami Mokkang Uppang Nidayati Yathaidamni Kayo Tatayati Vinasabhavam. Offering of water. Adivasetunu bante paniyang parikaptitang anukampang upadaye patiganhatu uttame. Offering of drinks. Adivasetunu bante gilane paccayang imang anukampang upadaye patiganhatu uttame. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbetani supatittitang saririka dhatu mahabodhin buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wish of well-being. Ikjiva matchante namaste niyam namaste manum rate narante yam punyami sandang vipulang alantang tansanubhai hatante ayu. Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made are they. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like the linkage in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Welcome everyone for our meditation session. Let us sit together, helping each other to engage in this wholesome practice. Let us take a moment to appreciate this moment that we were able to sit together, although in different places, but together at the same time for this practice. So appreciate this opportunity. We are able to continue this spiritual practice even though we are physically separated. So rejoice this moment. Rejoice the decision you made to come into this practice today. There could have been so many other things that you could have been doing now, but you purposely chosen to come and sit and do this practice. So rejoice your decision and rejoice your effort, and then make a determination that I will engage in this practice wholeheartedly. I will make use of this opportunity, this guidance, this gathering, and I will engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, let us listen to this bell and we'll settle our mind further and further into this moment. And then we will do our chant, Namo Buddhaya. And at the end of the chant, Bhante Punna will help us to practice loving kindness meditation and meditation on breathing.
Spiritual friends, we will practice meditation, bhavana. We cultivate we cultivate our mind. We cultivate qualities in our mind. One of the greatest qualities of our mind is compassion. Another great quality is wisdom, the mindfulness. By practicing loving kindness and practicing the awareness of the breath, we cultivate compassion and the wisdom. Before we start our meditation, we always highly recommend the physical relaxation and the mental relaxation. Without relaxing the body deeply, without simplifying and clarifying the mind properly, you won't be able to a particular peaceful state of the mind, which is known as absorptions or jhana, and also the samadhi, the undisturbed awareness. Therefore, we draw our attention to our body and feel our body, and we purposely, thoughtfully relax our body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. We feel our body internally and externally. We feel all the vibrations of the body. We feel all the feelings of the body. Let us draw our attention to our body and be mindful of the body. Now you can watch and you can feel. You have closed your eyes gently. Keep the closed eyes gently. You have closed your eyes very gently. Keeping our body, upper body upright as much as possible. Resting our palms on our lap, on our thighs. Sitting in a proper posture on a chair or on a cushion. We maintain our both legs properly. This physical structure is very auspicious. very spiritual. And feel each and every parts of the body and feel the feelings of each and every parts of the body. Draw your attention to your forehead, head, the back of the head, and feel and relax and just drop down and relax. Meanwhile, keep your awareness on your breath. You can take deep breaths and release and relax the entire body. Feel your face, the muscles on your face. Feel them. To relax the muscles on the face, we bring a gentle smile, like smiling with a baby by looking at a baby, how you just gently express your beloved love and care for the baby. Have a very gentle smile and feel the facial muscles become really relaxed and fresh. Relax your jaws and jaw muscles. Feel your both shoulders. Both shoulders are widely open. Both arms are just hanging. Palms are resting. The fingers are loosening the tightness of the muscles. Just drop down both shoulders and relax. Relax to the tips of the fingers. Relax. Feel the chest muscles and thigh muscles and just drop down and relax. Feel your upper back muscles and lower back muscles. If you notice any unpleasantness, especially on your lower back muscles, in this sitting posture, very gently and smoothly find your posture, find your position, and very gently you can relax your back muscles. And weight of the upper body will be flowing down through the backbones to the ground. Feel the sitting muscles. If you notice any developing pressure. Very gently you can move and balance your posture, and you can remove the unnecessary pressures which are building on the sitting muscles. Feel both legs to the tips of the toes. Feel your entire physical structure. It is a very spiritual, and now you can feel your deep relaxation of the body. Very gently, you are shutting down your body. Gradually, slowing down and relaxing. Just relax, relax, and relax. While you are relaxing your body, you always have to be very mindful to maintain the full alertness. Otherwise, the lethargic, sleepy feelings will discourage to maintain the motionless posture. The motionless posture is very helpful, and let body to be in this motionless posture. Observe the mind. You are able to observe the mind, thoughts in your mind, one and all individually can experience their own different types of thoughts according to our experiences, according to our memories, according to our expectations. Observe the mind and notice in general we have thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. Some thoughts are triggered by the past memories. Some are triggered by the future expectations. Observe your past related thoughts. You can notice in your good memory you have the number of good lessons that you learn from your behavior with your communications, with your regular lifestyles. Any lessons that you learn from there, just preserve them, and they can lead your character to the progress. But the unnecessary pressure, tension, the stress which are developing in our mind due to certain experiences and memories. Observe them and notice and deeply understand. Past is gone. Let them go and let them go. Same way the future related thoughts. If you notice any pressure, tension, stress, or any other anxieties, notice that the future is not yet come true. You can just let them go. Letting go the past and the future, we can bring our full awareness to the present moment. Right now, right here, right now, right there. Observe your present moment. You can notice the relaxed body and relaxed mind. This is a very wonderful, mindful sitting. Very gently and slowly, all the unwholesome thoughts are deteriorating, they are fading away. No any points to maintain any negative thoughts in your mind right now. You have a wonderful, wonderful preparation mentally and physically to overcome all the negativities of your mind. Observe your present moment, right here, right now, right there, right now. Observe the present moment, right now. Observe the dustless mind. Observe the spotless mind. Observe your mind like a cloudless and very purified, well maintained, relaxed, purified mind. You have a beautiful, well guarded, present awareness. Observe your present awareness and be grateful. Be grateful to have such a moment, such a second, at least such a nanosecond. being in the present moment totally. You can notice that you can cultivate wholesomeness in our mind. To cultivate wholesomeness, we find wholesome thought. Our general wholesome practice is loving kindness. Bring a loving kindness image to deeply understand the nature of the loving kindness. A very beloved, lovely mother who is taking care of her only baby. Observe the nature of the beloved mother's mind. She is showing great compassion, tolerance, patience, appreciations, dedications, determinations, preparedness, understanding, truthfulness, worthiness, many great qualities to take care of the baby. The baby is having a great comfort with the support of the great love of the beloved mother. We can transplant those types of lovely thoughts in our mind. You have a great possibility to transform your mind into the boundless loving kindness. We will transplant the same types of lovely thoughts, compassion, tolerance, patience, appreciations, generosity, truthfulness, determination, dedication, understanding, and full awareness. Those are the great qualities of the loving kindness. Loving kindness is like a lotus bud. Once you open it, beautiful colors and fragrance brings extraordinary qualities and skills into your mind. Observe your full of loving kindness in your mind. Now you are able to take care of the beautiful mind like a mother who is taking care of her only baby. Instead of seeking loving kindness outside, now you are producing loving kindness within. You have a beautiful loving kindness mind. Observe the beauty of your loving kindness mind. It is your genuine, beautiful loving kindness mind. You have transformed yourself with the support of the loving kindness. It is your wonderful quality. It is your skill to have a beautiful loving kindness mind. Spread the loving kindness throughout the body. Deeply appreciate this body. We are having a beautiful loving kindness right now with the support of this body. The loving kindness awareness, loving kindness thoughts can stimulate the glands of the body to release the balanced, healthy hormones to the bloodstream to take care of the body. You deeply appreciate the body from the skin to the internal organs and radiate loving kindness. The skin, the muscles, the bones of this body be healthy, be healed, and penetrate the skin, the muscles, and draw your loving kindness awareness to the internal activities of the body. The lungs, the entire system, the respiratory system of this body. Radiate loving kindness to heal the system. May the respiratory system of this body be healed. Radiate loving kindness to the cardiac muscles and the heart, the cardiovascular system of this body. Be healed, be healthy. The digestive system of this body be healed. The kidneys, the entire genitourinary system of this body be healed. Radiate loving kindness to the central nervous system. The brain, the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system. Be grateful to have such a supportive system, to have loving kindness right now, right here. May this entire body be healed. Body and mind be healed. Feel the loving kindness physically and mentally. Feel your loving kindness. Enjoy your loving kindness. You have loving kindness thoughts in your mind. You have a great pleasure and happiness in your mind with the support of the loving kindness. Your mind is very happy to remain and maintain the loving kindness. That is the greatest nature of your one pointedness. Your mind is very happy to remain in your lovely mind and to maintain the lovely awareness, well wishing thoughts, wonderful, caring thoughts, compassionate thoughts. Maintain your full awareness of the loving kindness and enjoy your loving kindness. You have many number of loving kindness thoughts, happiness and pleasure which come out from the loving kindness. Be loving kindness. Be well. Have your own internal loving kindness chat. You are having a beautiful loving kindness, wholesome thoughts to have a great dialogue within. Have a beautiful loving kindness white chat. Be well. Be loving kindness. You can share your loving kindness with your spiritual friends, with your beloved family members, friends. Radiate your loving kindness. May the spiritual friends, beloved family members, and friends and relatives be well. May they be well. And expand the loving kindness towards all the people, the fellow citizens, fellow humans, in the neighborhood, in the neighboring neighborhoods, in the city, neighboring cities, in the county, neighboring counties, in the states, neighboring states, throughout the nation. Radiate your loving kindness to the people who are going through many, many difficulties, for the people who are helping, for the people who are going through the many, many difficulties. Radiate your loving kindness to all people in this country, in the neighboring countries, all around the world. May all people be well, be healthy. May they also be able to cultivate loving kindness and mindfulness, same as you do, same as we do. May all people be well, be healthy, and radiate your unbound loving kindness to all beings in the direction of your front, the direction of your back, left, right, above, below. May all beings, seen and unseen, near and far, long and short, big and small, may all beings be well. Even you can radiate your loving kindness to the non living things. Everything around you. May everything around me and you be well. Experience your beautiful loving kindness now and enjoy the loving kindness. By enjoying the loving kindness awareness, we will practice breathing meditation for a while. Draw your lovely attention to the in breath and out breath. Observe the natural breath. Breathing meditation can lead to earn the wisdom. Observe the natural breath, breathing in and breathing out. And notice in your in breath the air travels through the nostrils, fill the lungs through the alveolus, diffuse the oxygenated air molecules to the blood cells. Blood cells take the oxygen molecules and travel all over the body and energize each and every cells of the body. And the right away, the deoxygenated air molecules travel with the support of the blood cells and release with the support of the lungs. through the nostrils. Observe the inner nature of the in breath and out breath, and understand the nature, the reality. Changing, changing, and changing. Deeply observe the content of the in breath and the content of the out breath. Rapidly, they are changing. Observe the physical changing, the changing of the feelings, changing of the content of the mind, changing itself. Just observe the arising and passing away. Deeply observe and maintain the awareness on the body, on the feelings, and the mind, and notice the entire psychophysical organism is constantly changing. Myself is a constructed notion. Observe the reality. Myself is constructed a notion. Unknowingly, due to the lack of awareness and understanding, we chase behind this myself. But right now we see, we deeply observe and understand. Maintain your full awareness of your in breath and out breath. Deeply penetrate and observe the inner nature of everything, not only inside and outside too. Maintain your full awareness and understand. By understanding this inner nature of the changing, the impermanence, you are able to maintain the letting go. Letting go is a great, great quality. You maintain all the time the letting go, not because of the irresponsibility, but because of the very responsibility. You have a great responsibility. That is why you maintain the letting go. You have to have skill. to maintain the baseline happiness. The happiness depends on the letting go. Just let them go and relax. Observe, understand, observe, and understand the deepest nature, the nature of yourself. Be mindful and practice breathing meditation.
Nibbaya Sukappattaca Nisukha Hontu Sabbepi Paninu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful for all great teachers and enlightened masters in the past who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped our meditation tonight and whoever stayed without disturbing our meditation tonight. Let us feel grateful to this device, to this network that enabled us to connect to this meditation, and to all other things, including the cushion, the chair, the bell, everything. Deeply feel grateful to all people and all things which made this meditation possible for us today.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
It was great to have meditation with you. So now this has become a new normal for us to sit with you through this network. But I hope that you continue to practice and continue to be connected to this practice, especially during this period. We need such a spiritual um, refuge. So we are so glad that you make use of this opportunity. So today for our discussion, I thought to share with you important aspects of the mindfulness that we are practicing, and as Bante mentioned in the meditation instructions, and mindfulness is a very important skill that we are developing in order to develop our wisdom, and in our normal life also mindfulness can help us a lot to be aware of our own body, aware of our own sensations, aware of our own mind, aware of our own mental qualities. So being aware of our own emotions. So just bringing that awareness to our, our way of being can help us a lot to make our life more uh, meaningful and happy. But today I want to uh, to show the other aspects of mindfulness, because our general understanding of the mindfulness, particularly in the in the popular literature, we focus on the to the present moment awareness. And whenever we talk about mindfulness, and people usually define mindfulness as paying attention to the present moment, paying attention to the present moment, and being aware of whatever going on. Definitely, that's a very important aspect of mindfulness. And but I think in the Buddhist idea of mindfulness is little broader than that. Um, Usually, the way we interpret mindfulness in the popular literature, in medical literature, is like paying attention to the present moment non-judgmentally, and that that non-judgmental awareness of the present moment. But the Buddhist definition of mindfulness is a little broader. It has that element of paying attention to the present moment. But Buddhist definition of mindfulness has not is limited to the present actually. There are two elements actually we need to understand. One is the Buddhist idea of mindfulness broader than simply restrict to the present moment. The other one is like it's not simply being aware, like watching whatever going on, but there's also a proactive element to it. The reason that we are paying attention to our mind, our emotions, the reason we are paying attention to whatever going on in our body and mind, is not simply to watch them. Watching is important, but we watch them to act. There's a proactive element to it, because we need to uh, once we become aware of the whatever state we are in, then we have to make a decision whether to continue that state or to drop it. Um, so the very the original meaning of the mindfulness is a translation of the word sati, right? So Bante, what is the original meaning of the word sati?
In English,
No, yeah, I guess sati comes from which root?
mm, I think in
If
Sanskrit,
it, yeah,
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 in
yeah.
Sanskrit it's called smruti, right?
Smoothie, yeah.
So
What's the original meaning then?
I think mm,
What is a smoothie?
smruti something like
Memory.
Memory,
right?
yes.
Memory.
Memory, yeah. Yeah. So actually, even in the Buddhist discourses, when the mindfulness is defined, it clearly says that once mindfulness is defined as a faculty, that you are able to recall the things that you had done and said long time ago, and then and so it has this element of past, like remembering, like memory, remembering what we have done and said in our life, and then bring that perspective to the whatever happening in the present moment, and then making a decision for future benefits. So the Buddhist definition of mindfulness is like definitely paying attention to the present moment, but not forgetting the past, remembering our previous experiences. If you really remember, that the moments that moments of our behavior. If you really remember our verbal behavior, like I said these things, and then this was the results, and I did this thing, I made this decision, and I reacted this situation that way, and then it brought these results. So if we can remember those things, like the moment that you shouted and what happened, and if you remember that, and the moment that you are so reactive without thinking, without having enough time to reflect, we simply reacted, and then what happened. So if you remember those moments, particular failures in our life, so mindfulness has that element of remembering what we have done in the past, lessons, as Bhante mentioned, lessons,
and also remembering the teachings of the Buddha. So we are paying attention to the present moment. It's not simply, sometimes I have seen sometimes it's called bare attention. But actually, at least Buddhist idea of mindfulness is not simply paying attention only. We are paying attention to the present moment with remembering what you have done in the past, how your behavior were, and also remembering that teachings of the Buddha. So with that framework, you are paying attention to the present moment. So you have the past experiences, past knowledge, and then with that framework, you are paying attention to the present moment. And then you observe your thoughts, you observe your emotions, you observe your body, you observe your feelings. And then you are not simply observing and just watching. And then based on the previous experience, now based on the teachings of the Buddha, now we know what kind of thoughts are beneficial, what kind of thoughts are not beneficial, and what kind of urges are beneficial, what kind of urges are not beneficial, what are skillful and what are not skillful. And then we are not simply paying attention only, we pay attention, we recognize whatever arising, and we, based on our previous knowledge, previous experiences, knowledge of the teaching of the Buddha, we can make a decision whether this mental state is beneficial. So if it's beneficial, you continue it. And based on your previous knowledge and experiences, if you know that these emotions are not beneficial, previously it has brought so many troubles to me, and teachings of the Buddha has taught me they are not beneficial, and then we try to abandon it without feeding more thoughts to it. So it's making a decision for future benefits. I think the best way we can understand is the simile. We find in the Buddhist discourses of a gatekeeper, Nagara Sutta, right? Gatekeeper. So in that sutta, Buddha is giving an interesting simile. He's giving an example of a fortress. A fortress. We need to understand fortress in ancient time. At the time of the Buddha, is like a like a protected city, like protected building area. That we have fortress. We have you have strong walls in the four sides, and then there are like kings and the people and the armies and everyone living inside. So and then
Today
when
it's like a surveillance.
yes, surveillance, like a Pentagon, for example. It's a fortress. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have something like strong fortress with so many weapons inside and so many people are inside and close and the royal ministers are inside. So then, and of course, if you want to fight, you will go out and fight, but you come back and fortress is your refuge place. So those fortresses had four doors, four entrances, and those four entrances had gatekeepers. Gatekeepers. So the job of the gatekeeper is that if someone wants to come into that fortress, that gatekeeper has to be very intelligent, very wise, and he should remember who are the residents of that fortress and who are not the residents of fortress. Imagine that in that fortress we have about few thousands of people, maybe 2,000 people. So the gatekeeper should be able to recognize because people go out and in, go out and in all the time. So, but the gatekeeper has to be very skillful to recognizing, oh, okay, he's a resident, so I should let him go. And if there's a newcomer, he has to be very careful because during those days, sometime whoever coming to that fortress can be a spy from another kingdom. So it's like if you let that person in, you are like almost like taking a virus inside, and he can that spy can look everything. Where are the the storage? Where are the weaponaries? All things, and he can go back and inform everything to the other kings, and they can come and attack it. So therefore, the job of a gatekeeper was very important those days. So to recognize who are the residents, who should who are the people I should let come in, and who are the people I should prevent from coming. So the gatekeeper has to have that kind of awareness. I think today it's like when we want to enter a building, an institution, we have to either swipe a card. So the machine will recognize whether this person who the person has a permission to enter the building, or maybe put up a fingerprint, whatever. So those days, that job was done by a person. So it's called gatekeeper. After explaining this situation, Buddha said that a gatekeeper has to be very skillful to understand who whom he should allow to come in and whom he should prevent from coming. And then Buddha said that exactly that is how a mindfulness is. Mindfulness is the gatekeeper of our mind. Mindfulness is the gatekeeper. So we are not simply paying attention to whatever happening. We are also making a decisions, and we are proactive. We have to make a decision whether this mental state is allowed to like come in, and can I welcome it? Can I really maintain it, or is it something that I should abandon as soon as possible? So that decision, there's a discernment happening here. There's an action you have to do. There's a proactive element to it, and then by doing that, we can preserve the peace of the mind. Just like you protect the fortress, you can preserve the peace of the mind, and then of course that will enable us to gradually to evolve spiritually. So actually, the Buddhist notion of mindfulness is not only paying attention to the present moment. We are paying attention to the present moment within the framework of our memory of our past actions and also the memory of the teachings of the Buddha, and we are making decisions for future results. So the Buddhist notion of mindfulness has both three the past, present, and future. All aspects are combined together. So we bring the perspective of the past to the present moment, and then we make decisions for future benefits. So it's not simply paying attention only. We are making decisions. We are making decisions, and we try to either prolong, maintain certain mental states, or to abandon them. So it's important. I think we need to understand at least this difference. The way that mindfulness has been popularized is only paying attention one dimension of it, at least from the Buddhist perspective. But that dimension is helpful itself, definitely. It's really helping so many people. But from the Buddhist perspective, it is much, much broader than that. So it's definitely paying attention to the present moment, but not forgetting the past and not thinking about the future, but bringing the perspective from the past and then making decisions for the future. So I hope that we can expand our understanding of mindfulness a little bit broader from the Buddhist perspective. Okay, those people who are joining from the Skype, if you have any thoughts you'd like to share or ask questions, you can ask.
I think Bante, as Bante in the very beginning said, the term he used the term bhavana and cultivation.
Yes.
So up to we understand the thoughts we brought from past experiences, and then we distinguish and we select these thoughts are beneficial, or these are not, and so and so. Then after that, I think the role of the bhavana is coming to cultivate which
wholesome one, skillful ones. Yeah. So mindfulness is helping us to make the
background.
Yeah. I think, of course, in Maha, the other sutta called Chattarisika Sutta, they explain that how right view and right mindfulness and right effort, these are like how they work together, right? Yeah.
The main machinery.
Yes, main machinery, the whole Eightfold Path. Yes. Yeah. So
they are the mainly active parts of the Eightfold Path.
And keep the role, keep the cycle
like
going. Yes. Yeah.
And as Bante said, that I think it's very important to have a knowledge about the Buddhist teachings, because we have to distinguish how we decide whether this thought is beneficial or this thought is not.
Yeah.
So that's the criteria in Buddhist teachings, because sometimes we can
sometimes
justify.
Sometimes we can learn from our own experiences, but in most of the cases we will justify.
Yeah.
So therefore, remembering the teachings also
Yeah.
important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, remembering
And
the teachings.
letting go is not forgetting.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I think we can't purposely forget, right?
That's
The
right.
more we try to forget,
But
we
I
remember it,
mean,
you know.
yeah. But
Yeah.
when you let go things, that means you you notice that why
Relinquishing.
you are letting go.
Yeah.
When you are forgetting, actually,
You don't know,
it
right?
you don't know
No,
anything
yeah,
else.
yeah. So even letting go has this element of
Mindful.
mindfulness. Yes.
Again, purposely forgetting is just like remembering more and more.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So I hope that you remember the simile of the gatekeeper. So mindfulness the reason that we pay attention to the present moment. We have a purpose. We want to discern, what are beneficial and what are not beneficial, and so we need to make a decision whether to keep those thoughts in our mind, or we try to like abandon it as soon as possible by redirecting our attention to something else, or like taking a deep breath, like, or not, or like simply watching that and not giving any more justifications or any more stories to it. So in that way, there's always a proactive element to the mindfulness, not simply bare attention. So with that, okay, let us move to the other part of the program. I hope that you will make your gatekeeper very smart, so then he will protect the peace of your mind. Uh, and now let us move to the other part of the program, page number 14. And it is the time for us to share all the goodness we just generated with all others. Particularly, we can share this goodness, these good merits with our departed relatives and people who have passed away, our family members. We can think about them and generously share this merits with all of them. May they all share this merits. May they all benefit from this merits. May they be well, happy, and peaceful wherever they may be. Idam mi ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātīnaṁ hotu sukhitā hontu ñātayo. Idam mi ñātīnaṁ hotu Sukhita hontu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's any being who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share these merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata ammihi samvetam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu Sabbe sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabbe sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May may all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people, may I associate with good people, until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Okay, now we will do our blessing service. And three of us are going to chant for you now. We are going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra as usual. And we will invoke the blessings of the great compassion of the Buddha. And we will also generate these wholesome vibrations to benefit you. And we will also radiate our loving kindness towards all of you. And we wish that by the power of these blessings, may you be blessed with good health, blessed with a stronger immunity, blessed with clarity in your mind and peace in your mind. You may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, friends, people who are sick, and recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya matta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicca sakko ujucca sujucca suvaco jasamuddu anatimani santosakoca subharoca appakicoca sallavukavutti sandrindriyoca nipakoca appagabbo kulesu ananugindo nacakodam samacare kinciyene vinyu pare upavadeyam sakino vake vino vantu sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitanta eke cipan bhutanti tasavatavarava anavasesadigawaye mahantava majjimarassekanukatula dittavaeva additta yeca dure vasanti avidure bhutavasang bhavesiva sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitantana paroparang nikubbete nati manyeta katta cinang kanci vyarosana patiga sanyana manyas sadukkamicceya matayataniyan puttang ayusa eka putte manurakke evam pisabba bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang mittang ca sabba lokasmin manasang bhavaye aparimanang uddang adocetiriyan ca asang badang averang
අසපත්තං තිට්ඨං චරං නිසින්නෝ වා සයානෝ වා යාව තස්ස විගත මිද්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිට්ඨේය බ්‍රහ්මමේතං විහාරං ඉදමාහෝ දිට්ඨින් ච අනුපගම්ම සීලවාදස්ස නීන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනේයගේ දන්නහි ජාතු කම්පසෙයං පුනරේති ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සොත්තිතේ හෝතු සම්බදා ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන සම්බරෝගෝ විනස්සතු ඒතේන සච්ච වජ්ජේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සබ්බීතියෝ විවජ්ජන්තු සම්බරෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවත්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භව භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු
Let us spend a moment of reflection. Take a moment to recall to your mind whatever kind deed you were able to do during last few days. Even a very simple act of kindness that you did to your family members, or even a simple call you made to someone, even like feeding a bird. Recall an actual incident in which you did a kind deed. Let us rejoice in these moments of kindness in our mind. On this day,
On this day,
or in the
or in
past,
the past,
if I have done kind deeds
if I have done kind deeds
to other beings,
to other beings,
with my body, speech, or mind,
with my body, speech, or
whether
mind,
great or little,
whether great or little,
here before the Buddha,
here before the Buddha,
I call to mind
I call to mind
those kind
those
deeds,
kind deeds,
and let my heart rejoice.
let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
I rejoice in those kind deeds,
appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others.
appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds,
rejoice in those kind
wishing
deeds,
more opportunities to practice compassion.
wishing more opportunities to practice compassion.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds,
rejoice in those kind deeds,
resolving not to compare myself with others.
resolving not to compare myself with others.
I rejoice in those kind
I
deeds,
rejoice in those kind
and
deeds,
gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere.
and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
relieve the burdens of other
relieve
beings.
the burdens of other beings.
May my kind
May
deeds
my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all dangers and pain.
May my kind
May
deeds
my kind deeds
and the merits that come from them
and merits that come from them
help me in freeing my heart.
help me in freeing my heart.
Let us now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Remember moments that somebody helped you, somebody showed their kindness and care for you, or you saw or heard about kindness of someone. Try to recall an actual incident. Let us rejoice the kindness and goodness of others. On this day
On this day
or in the
or in the
past,
past,
if I have seen or heard
if I have seen or
of
heard
the kind deeds done by
of
others
the kind deeds done by others
with their body, speech, or mind,
with their body, speech, or mind,
whether great or little,
whether great or little,
here before the Buddha,
here before the Buddha,
I call to mind
I call to mind
those kind
those
deeds
kind deeds
and let my heart
and let
rejoice.
my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
being always ready to praise kind people
being always ready to praise kind people
and follow their example.
and follow their example.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
May the kind deeds of others
With kind deeds of others,
bring safety and happiness to many living
bring
beings.
safety and happiness to many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
May the kind deeds of
May
others
the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurture goodness in me
and many living beings.
and many living beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We hope to see you again in our other evening programs, and we wish you good health.
Wish you good. YouTube पे मैं मेगा भी पास से करूँ